Hi everyone, this is Constance from Create the Memories, and I just wanted to show you my latest journal that will be going into my Etsy shop. I call this one the Seamstress journal, made with fabric cover, upholstery fabric cover, and there's lots of sewing themed ephemera inside it. Just get you a little bit of a close-up of the cover. I acquired some upholstery fabric samples and I just fell in love with this one with all the embroidery on the cover. So I used that and used upholstery fabric on the spine as well. The size of this is 5 3/4 inches wide. Just double checking I'm still in the frame. Yep. 8.5 inches tall, and the spine here is 1.5 inches. But of course, most of my journals all end up with a gator mouth, so it's really a little bit thicker on this side. And in metric, that's 14.5 centimeters, 21.5 centimeters, and 3.5 centimeters. There's 3 signatures inside. And it's 108 pages when you count both sides of the pages. There's a little bit of dangles on the bottom. Let's see if the camera will focus. Nope. Anyway, we'll try and get that. I'll try and get a picture of those in the end of the video. I've used sari silk, cream color one that kind of matched, I thought, quite well with the cover. And it's very long. If you don't like it, cut it off, use some other closure. I'm good with that. And I'll just do a quick flip through here. Got lots of little pieces of ephemera, lots of threads hanging. I kind of liked it because I did all the sewing. This is a vintage button card, and this is a vintage sewing machine ad, and pocket here. Paper here is sewing related with some lace here and lots of sewing on the inside. This is a paper pocket. I will try and link to the person I saw on YouTube that was making these pockets. They're giant pockets, which are great if you need to put a lot of ephemera in it. I've done just a little bit of collaging here. There's some paper behind here from the sewing book. This was made from a recycled old sewing book. And a few die cuts on the top, a little sari silk, gessoed, and a little cheesecloth in the back. Got a little tuck in the pocket here, the little tag I've made. This is an old snappy, it's like a button card, but it's for snaps, so I thought it was really cute. And this is made from the book pages for that this book was gutted from. It was like Learn to Sew. And on here I put a little tiny envelope, and there is, if I can get it out, little tiny piece of paper in there for you to put a little note on. So that just tucks in there. That closes up. Okay, I've done some digital printing, sewing machine there. These are just regular book paper, copy paper. I did not coffee dye this one. I decided to use plain paper, and when I don't coffee dye, I find I can put more paper in the book, so that's why, even though there's only 3 signatures, there's over 100 pages in it. So, and some scrapbook paper, a little flip out, some coffee paper or copy paper that I did some printing on to give some lines. This was another tuck pocket that I saw online. I will have to link to the person. I can't remember her name, maybe Patricia, that does a whole bunch of different tucks and pockets and stuff for book pages. And then in here we've got some vintage button holders. These I found online. I printed my own little vintage pin holder. Now this pocket, there's a spot at the back. There's two here. Well, it's one big one here, but then in between there is also, open it up. There's also one in between here and one in between on this side. So you've got lots of spots to keep things tucked in, but it's still really flat. A few more digital printing, some tracing paper here, some scrapbook paper, a lot of sewing around the edge. This one I've made a pocket with that. This is Tim Holtz, I believe, paper, and I've done just swing on the back, so lightened it up. It was a fairly dark green, but this allows you to do some journaling on the back of the card. That's a page from the book that was used to gut it, and some gesso again on here so you can write on it. It's another little, just a little pocket. These were so cute. I found them online. They're little spool tags of some sort. I don't know how they had them, but they're the vintage printables online. I just love them. The Chadwicks, there's a few of them. I've got a few in the book. They're so cute. That's the Tim Holtz paper again, and that's another tag that I made out of the book paper, a little embossed paper here, a little bit of sewing pattern paper glued on there, and then the back I've done some gessoing so you can write on the back. This is a little button on here to hold these little tags. They move, and so I just put a little stitching emboss to cover that up so it doesn't catch on anything. Some scrapbook paper, some ledger paper, more digital printing, another pocket made from that book, and this is another vintage print I found. I believe, oh no, sorry, this was the Tim Holtz one. Tell by the back. And I just made a few decorative paper clips, just with a couple of buttons on it. Stick that on there. More of the paper from the book with gesso so it can be written on. And here's another tuck here, and I will also try and put a link to where I found these pockets that you can make. They're made, I believe it was an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and it's just the way you fold it. I've done a little decoration here on it, but it ends up, there's a little pocket here, and when you close it, this becomes a pocket, and there's a pocket here, did a little washi tape, and you flip it over, and there's another pocket on this side. So I thought that was really cute. Good way to hold quite a few things in a small little package. Digital printing, another half that ledger paper. There's another one paper clip. And there's another little pocket made out of the book page right there. Another little spool. This one's Clark spools. It's one of their vintage printables I found online. This is the back of the first signature, a little digital printing, another collage on here, basically same as the other side. Some die cuts there with the book page, little sari silk here, a little cheesecloth there, and it makes a really nice huge pocket to keep a lot of things in. And this is another piece of that Tim Holtz paper. And a little bit of lace there. I really like this paper. I think it's the Tim Holtz as well. And this is the next signature. So a little bit of collage here. This one I used lace instead of the cheesecloth. Sorry, silk, and a few sewing punched out. There's another one of the Tim Holtz cards. Again, gessoed so you can write on the back. Another one of those little corner tucks. More book pages. Each signature is fairly similar. Here's another one of those corner, 8.5 by 11 pockets tucked into this tuck spot. This one here it folds up, and then you have a little tiny tuck spot in here. And there's another one of those Chadwick spool ones. They are just so cute. The pictures are gorgeous. And then I put a couple of little tags in there. So if you want to do tags. And kept it fairly flat, so if you want to write in here, it's it's not going to get in the way. Button card, another shipping tag. Put that in the top pocket. A little bit of washi. More decorations on this side. So this is great to put a lot of little things in it. And there's another little paper clip with a few buttons on it. A journaling card. Oops. Over another pocket made from, I guess, getting ready to sew. No, that was one of the chapters in the book. Anyway, it's another button card. I found a lot of these online, just Googled vintage sewing button cards, different things, and I found quite a few of them. Another little altered paper clip, and this one with a little button. Another, I think that was a thread holder or button holder, again a vintage printable. Another one of those pockets, so that's the one in the front. There's two smaller ones right in here. And then there's one big one at the back, and that's the Tim Holtz paper again. Pocket, more journaling cards. There's a lot of room to write in this book. I left it so it's for someone that actually does a lot of journaling. There's the back with the lace, and again the cutouts in that big pocket, and this shipping tag, button card, and another little envelope, and it does have another little piece of paper in there. So, and you can write on the back of that one as well because it's gessoed. And here's the third signature. It's Tim Holtz, I believe, as well, and it's dressmaking paper. I really like this one as well. This big pocket. Now this one I used a piece of lace fabric and sewing material, or not sewing pattern. I believe I put that over the book page, just it all with, and then a little bit of the die cut in Primrose. And that's a little journaling card. That was some paper. Actually, my mom had and gifted it to me. She didn't need to use it. It's a really nice paper, and it's got all this real sparkly thread on it. I thought, oh, that goes really well with this book. So I put one in there. A little part of my dog. And one of those little spots with some vintage printables again. And a Tim Holtz card. The tuck spot, and another one of those folded pages. That's another thread, and I don't know the brand. I'd need maybe a magnifying glass to see that. My vision's not that great. Another little tuck spot in here with more of those little cards. Lay that down flat. Button one there, a little washi tape here, another card in the back, and another tuck spot right here. And then on this side of the page, another little tuck spot with more little cards in there. Another pocket, another shipping tag, another paper clip, little button, little fabric. Actually, that's mulberry paper, I believe, on that. A button card there. And a tuck spot here. Ledger paper I love having ledger paper in the books. I don't know why, something about it. Another altered paper clip, buttons, a little bit more of that mulberry paper on there. A lot of sewing. Just tried to add just a little bit here and there to just a little decorating without being too much on the book. Tuck spot, isn't she so cute? That's a Clark's Mile End Spool Cotton. And I just thought, oh, it's so cute. She's just an adorable little one. And this is the back. Again, another giant pocket here. Tag. There's a little button. The here holding the 2 little shipping tags on. And there's the back. I've added another big pocket at the back so you can add a few more pieces into the back. I've not done a book plate on this. I might still add it before I put it in the store. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see what I end up doing. So that's the journal. I'll try and get it up into my store either I don't know if it'll be tonight, maybe by this week though. I want to get it into the store. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I would like to say I'm so happy. This past week I had my first sale in my store, and then within a day I had 2 more sales in my store. So I was so excited on the Etsy store. It's great. It's nothing like getting your first sale. Anyway, hopefully someone will love this journal as much as I love making it, and we'll talk to you later. Have a good day.